And we're back. We're back already. It's Unique G Charles on TV. And
KoKo Bunny did.
That's her, y'all. She's silly. So we're coming to you guys to talk about 5 things, maybe 6 or 7 or 8 things that we dislike about Taiwan.
Into a rant or a ramble.
I'm gonna try not to do that. So number 1, you can go first.
Okay, first one we wrote was jobs. It was at the top of the list every time we made this list, which was like 3 different times. Okay, it's not that I hate my job. I just don't like them. I'm ready to go. And the reason...
She works for Hess, just in case you're wondering. H-E-S-S. So people can know. They're going to ask what company do you work for.
By
just
the
tell them
time,
in the video.
We're not uploading this to after the 31st of August. But I don't like my company because they have us doing a whole lot of stuff for not that much money, and then they want to try to brand it to us as, oh, you're getting paid more than the Taiwanese, and it's like,
I'm not Taiwanese,
and I've traveled across the ocean to come over here to do you a service too. So I mean, okay, but they have us doing too much. Like, we grade homework, we grade tests, we do tests, we telephone tests, homework books, like
communication
books, and all these different things. And then the Taiwanese teacher, we always have a co-teacher, and the co-teachers, they be bugging me, and I'm the kind of, I've noticed that I just be like, okay, but I know in the back of my head I'm not doing that, and it's just going in one ear, not the other, because if you want it done, you can do it, but they don't pay me to sit here after school at 8:30, 9, 10 o'clock to call people kids. I'm not doing that. I'm going home at 6:30. I'm going home at 8:30. Or you're not going to ask me to stay after class to practice for a performance when y'all took 45 minutes to do communication books with a review from last class. No, what were you doing last class? Like, no, I'm not doing that either. So I just be fed up because they be trying to ask you to do extra stuff that I don't know what my contract say, but it was 1 page, and I'm sure it don't say I have to do all the extra stuff. So.
Okay, I do not like my job. I did not, because my job is over. It ended this past Friday, and today is Sunday. I did not like my job because they got on my nerves, okay? They want me to go to English meetings just for you to speak Taiwanese. Like, isn't this an English meeting? We're all English teachers, but why are we speaking Taiwanese? What is going on? Like, is it me? Or I don't understand. And then so many things. Like, let me calm down.
Calm down, okay.
Recently, first of all, I had to teach winter camp. I taught they little BS winter camp for a week, which they charged the parents for. No wonder they be pressing us to teach it, to send their kids. So I taught the winter camp, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to Philippines for vacation. And they're like, oh, well,
it was during the holiday, actually.
Yeah, it was during the holiday. It was for Chinese New Year. And in China, we got 5 weeks off. Okay, shout out to China. I love my job in China. At a public school, because I work at a public school here too.
Not the benefits in China.
I liked my job in China. It was cool. I didn't have any problems. But here, when I told them I was going out of town and school was over, like I did the winter camp, they're like, oh no, you need to come back and just sit at your desk from 8 to 4 and do nothing until school starts back. Because, yeah, because what? There's no answer. Just because, oh, your contract says, my contract was like over 100 pages. It was like 126 pages where she got 1 page. So anyway, I said I'm going out of town. I already bought my ticket. I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, oh, well, you get 10 annual vacation days. So you'll have to use some of your vacation days to go out of town. I was like, fine. So I ended up using 5 of my annual vacation days because we went for 14 days, but of course some of the days was weekend, which don't count. And Chinese New Year does have a set like vacation where all of Taiwan gets off, and it was like 4 days or something like that. But they were basically like, oh, all you get is these 4 days. It doesn't make sense to me because my contract is from August 1st to July 31st, and you want me to have 4 days? Or a total of 10 days. Like, I'm not gonna go across the water to America for 10 days and come back here to sit at my desk for a whole month because school doesn't start back to September and you want me here August 1st. Like, what is that? It's so stupid. Okay, so that was that. Then the same thing happened with summer camp. I had to teach 2 weeks of summer camp, you guys. I taught their little BS 2 weeks of summer camp, and then they turned around and said the same thing to me. Oh, even though there's no students that's going to be here and there's nothing happening, you're leaving on Monday, like you're leaving before your contract ends. Your contract doesn't end till the 31st and you're leaving the 16th. So you need to fill out this form for your annual days. Mind you, I already used 5, so I only have 5 left, and then I have 5 personal days. So that's 10 days altogether. They come to me like, oh, well, there's more than 10 days left in the month of July from the 16th to the 31st. So we're going to dock your pay 5,000 or something NT for 2.5 days that you are not going to be at work. And I'm just like, you know, I just don't like it. So then I was like, okay, well, I asked for a reference letter 2 weeks ago. Where's my reference letter? It was like the second day, like the second before last day of school. The guy, I'm about to say his nigga, the guy come to me and he's like, oh, well, the lady who hands us the reference letters are not going to give you a reference letter because your contract's not over to the 31st. And I'm like, first of all, y'all already had me fill out this form. Y'all already docking my pay for these 2 little BS days, 2.5 days, supposedly, that I'm over my allotted time to leave. Why can't I have my reference letter? Okay, I'm not going to be here. I filled out the paperwork. Hello, what is going on? And he's like, oh, well, he explained that to her, and it's her rule. What? And we'll just have to mail it to you in America. What? It's stupid. Luckily, Chris is still going to be here for like another month and a half or something, and she's going to be able to go to school and pick it up for me. But that is just a number of things that I did not like about my job. But those are the main things that really just ticked me off lately. Like, all this happened in like the last week with the winter camp thing, and then the fill out this form thing, and then the money thing, and then the reference letter thing. It's just too many things. And I'm just like, every day I'm like, I'm so glad I'm getting out of here. Okay. Let's just move on. I feel like I went on like a rant. Oh, I try not to do that, I'm sorry, but it's just so annoying. I'm like, what is going on in this place? And then on Fridays, my last class is over at 12 o'clock and I still have to sit here till 4 o'clock. Or you got me teaching English club and I gotta go to English meetings and I gotta put on performances and I have to do this and I have to do that. And every time it's what your contract says. Your contract says, but when I say something, they want to be like, oh, well, you don't have to go by the contract if it's benefiting them, you know? And it's just really, I don't like it. Number 2.
The next one is entering customs at the airport. Every time we enter Taiwan, there is this long, non-moving lines upon peoples in lines, waiting to go through the little thing for them to say, do your fingerprint. Hello, welcome to Taiwan.
Take your picture. I don't know why it takes so long. Because they take your fingerprint, they take your picture, they look at your stuff, and I don't know if it's because we're like American and we don't look Asian and maybe they're not trying to let no Chinese people in. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. But it always takes a super long time, like over an hour, and we're like standing in line, and I'm like,
and it doesn't matter what time. Like, we've come in like after midnight. And that was actually the longest one, after midnight. We've come in at like 10 o'clock in the morning. We've come in like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just been every time we come in, we be like, what is happening here?
Like somebody's trying to come in this country and do something like this small little baby island. But okay. So that's a mess. Number 3, trash. Chris can talk about the trash.
I hate taking out trash because we have to separate these things into these different places, and like I try to separate the trash before we go downstairs, but sometimes Unique doesn't be on board with me with separating the trash because she doesn't know the struggle of going downstairs to put the trash out there. So it's just annoying because then I be trying to find any way I can to look like I'm doing it correctly, but I probably still don't. But it's the worst part is having to take. They have like these bins for, like, I guess compost you would call it, where you put used food into these big bins, and then you put the bag in this other trash can. And I just have to be like, I can't do this on a day when I'm about to go to work. I have to like
set aside
time to do that. And I'm like, that's very inconvenient. Like, can we get a person to come up here and just like take it, or can we put it down the chute and the lady that's down there that go and check it behind us can just...
Which I know sounds very American of us, but in America we only have a trash can. Some people have a blue trash can, which is for recycle, and a select few people have a compost. But that's 3. Here, there's like 9, okay? You need to put your plastic here. You need to put your cardboard here. You need to put your food here. You need to put the plastic bags here. You need to put your glass here. You need to put your chopsticks over here. You need to put everything everywhere. It's like your plastic, like paper stuff. Then you got the plastic bottle stuff. I mean, it's just a lot. They even have it at my school. We have like 6 or 8 bins, and then they label it all in Chinese. And I'm like, I don't know what this says, you know? So I gotta look in there and be like, okay, what goes in here? Over time, you kind of like learn what goes in what or whatever. But still, at the end, they was like, oh no, this doesn't go in here, teacher. I was like, I've been putting it in here the whole school year. I don't know what to tell you, Lynn. Okay, it's gonna be in there today, and they're gonna try to bring me something like, oh, you need to do this with this. That has been in the trash can. I'm not touching that. I don't know what you're talking about. No, like this really happened. Like maybe a week or 2 before school ended, and they brought me like a yogurt cup, and they was like, oh, you need to
rinse it out.
I was like, I didn't know that. I just put it in there, and they're like, it's been in there for a week. It looks all black now. I'm not touching that thing. What you talking about?
If it's serious, they really care about their recycling. Like, I mean, I understand because it's a lot more cleaner here than most
shout out
places.
to them.
But it's just like
pro-life, pro-energy, not pro-life.
I try, but it just like
pro-life.
It's too much.
No, I mean, yes, pro-life, but that's not what I was trying to say. I'm not an advocate for parenthood or anything. So
what?
Don't come in my videos talking no smack. Because I said pro-life, but I was supposed to say pro-planet. So,
oh my God.
Sorry, like, you know, pro-recycling.
Okay, on that note, we're moving right along. Next one, the space in our apartment.
Our apartment is very small. We're in a little baby studio, and our kitchen, it's not even a kitchen, it's just a sink with a light on the top. I don't think that light even works. It's on the porch, and that's it. So we bought like a microwave oven, and that's all we have. So we always eat all the time, kind of like the rest of the people. That's probably why they eat out all the time too, because there's no kitchen. Kitchen is a luxury in Taiwan. So
I don't like it. I be feeling bad that I be cooking.
Okay, last one. Okay, because I have to go to the bathroom.
Next one is taxes.
The taxes are stupid. I'm not going to say the taxes are stupid, but the policy is dumb. You could talk about that. Why is the policy dumb?
The policy is dumb because you have to be here a certain amount of days.
183.
And it doesn't have to be consecutively, but it has to add up within that tax year. So it's stupid because even if you like miss it by a day or you leave the day after, they don't give it to you, and then you have to go, but you have to go file still. And
so basically it's free money to them. So if you only have a 1-year contract, there's no way for you to get your 183 days. Like me, my contract was literally 1 year. So this year I would have been there 183 days, but last year I wasn't. And next year is when I will file for this year, and next year I won't be here. So I would literally have to stay for 2 years to get my money back. And so it's just like money that they get to take, and then it's like a big percentage. It's like 18% of how much you make, and that really adds up.
18% of every check.
And of course, some people are going to get on this video like they did the other tax video I made and be like, oh, well, in such and such country they charge this many percent. I don't care. We're talking about Taiwan, you guys. Let's focus. Okay, and anything else? Final thought? I have to go to the bathroom. I have
You don't have to tell them that.
I'm sorry, but y'all, it's your new TV. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and all that good stuff. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube,
all those
Facebook.
Social medias. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell because we are going to be uploading a lot more videos on our next upcoming adventures. And comment. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and what you might want to hear about. We like good comments. We like bad comments, even if we do or do not respond.
I respond to all comments.
Have a nice day. I don't.